Hi everyone, and welcome to Gwyn Collects. Happy holidays everyone! I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season filled with family and relaxation. This type of video is always my favorite to make. It's just such a fun time. I love talking about all of my favorite anime figures. That's why I made this channel, was to talk about my favorite figures. So it's fun to just get to sit down with you all and talk about my favorites of the year. I'm gonna run this video like I've done in past years. So all of the figures I'm gonna talk about are figures that I actually bought and received this year. So it's not like a ranking of like what I think were overall the best figures. It's more of a personal ranking. I'll share B-roll of all of my favorite figures. I think all of them I did show on my channel this year. My videos were like all over the place this year with wedding and travel and everything, so I didn't film as often as I wanted to, but I'm pretty sure I did show you guys every figure that I got. I'm pretty sure. So the rules that I have for these top figure videos are that the figures have to have come out in 2024, so no re-releases, and no like figures that I bought in 2024 that came out in previous years. So I limit it to just figures that came out this year. I have a few bonus categories at the end, including top re-release, so I will talk about a re-release in there, but usually I just do brand new figures that released this year. If you would like to see my favorite lewd figures of this year, you can check that out on my Patreon at patreon.com/GwynCollects. It's also linked in the description below. So yeah, if you're interested in supporting Gwyn Collects this holiday season, please consider subscribing to my Patreon. It means a lot to me, but if not, no worries. Enjoy this video, leave a like, a comment if you wanted to, and let's get right into my favorite figures of the year. I'm so excited. So I'm starting off with number 5, and I'm already cheating because it's technically 2 figures, but it is the Chisato and Takina Aniplex set in their Lycoris outfits. I watched this anime this year and I loved it, and these 2 girlies are just so gorgeous. I think I watched it this year. It might have even been last year now. Time really flies, man. But I love these 2. The Aniplex set is just gorgeous. I love their size. They're like a nice 1/6 scale, and their poses are just so dynamic and cute. And then just the finishes on the figure themselves I think are just so solid. Like their hair sculpts are perfect. The shading on them is perfect. I love how like they're dynamic and they're kind of moving. And they took a illustration from the show. I'll put it right beside me here. They took an illustration from the show and they turned it into such a cute set. I am so obsessed with these 2. I think these are the best Lycoris Recoil figures out there. And Aniplex has been a little bit like iffy for me throughout my collecting journey. Sometimes they put out bangers, and then sometimes their figures I'm kind of like, but I definitely think that these 2 were worth the price. They were definitely pricey. I think they were about 22,000 yen each or 24,000 yen each, so they were expensive for simple scales, but I think they're beautiful. I love their bases too. They actually have like some design on the base, which is nice. I feel like a lot of the figures that came out this year had kind of mediocre bases, so I'm really pleased with these 2. I love them, and I'm so happy that they're in my collection. In 4th place, I have a bit more of a controversial figure. It is the Amakuni Aqua from Bombergirl. I love this figure. Amakuni knocked her out of the park. Again, another pretty expensive one. I think she was about 36,000 yen, so she was not cheap, but the quality is definitely there with this figure. Everything about her is just beautiful. I love the way she's like floating almost on like a throne, but the throne is kind of made out of her cape, and then these little like bat ball guys, I don't know, but I just think she is so stunning. I love her face. I love her like cocky expression. I love her outfit. Everything about her is just so cute. I love how she's like sitting on the little round guys and they're like, I don't know. I'm just obsessed with the design of this figure, and she's huge and she's beautiful and she's perfect. Like they killed it with this one. I'm so in love with her. Like I can't even describe how beautiful this figure is. Just stunning. I love her so much. Like even like the gradation on her cape with the purple sparkle. Oh, chef's kiss. This figure is perfect. I know she can run a little bit lolly, but I don't see her that way. And to me, she's just perfect and beautiful, and I love her. Oh, I love this figure. So stunning. Obsessed. Love her so much. She definitely deserves that number 4 spot. Now, for my top 3 figures, all of them weigh a lot and are very delicate, so I'm not gonna hold them, but they are behind me, all 3 of them. Also, do you guys like my new display case? I got it for the quarter scale Miku doll, and I'm so obsessed with it. I'll put like a picture or some B-roll of how the setup looks, but I feel like it really balanced it out. Like, I had 3D dolls here before, but now I feel like this just looks so much better. This is a Mills bow from IKEA. Anyway, in 3rd place this year is the one, the only Prime 1 Prisma Wing Miku quarter scale. This figure is just gorgeous. I love her so much. I think I showed her on my channel. I can't remember if I uploaded the unboxing to my Patreon or this channel. I'll put it on the screen wherever I uploaded it. But I love this Miku. When I was kind of planning out my vision for what I wanted my collection to be, I wanted to have a Samurai Champloo quarter scale, so I have Mugen, one from Persona, Joker, and then one Miku quarter scale resin. I just felt like that would like round off my quarter scale resin collection, and they're all kind of musical series that I love. Like, I love Miku, obviously. Samurai Champloo has some of my favorite music in any anime, and obviously Persona 5, the music is just amazing. So I felt like in my future home, or maybe even this one eventually, I want to have like a music nook where I like frame some of my vinyl and stuff, and then I'd like to have like a built-in that has those 3 in it. I don't know, that was like my vision. So I did pick up the Prime 1 Miku. She was a whopping 800 Canadian dollars after shipping. Actually more like 700 once the exchange rate actually came through when she came out. But when I pre-ordered her, she was more like $900. It was crazy. But I am so pleased with her. Prime 1 did an amazing job on this figure. Like, 10 out of 10, they did a fantastic job. She is so cleanly painted, so beautifully sculpted. She has some nice weight to her. And I feel like her size is quite nice. Like, she's not gigantic, even though she has these big twin tails that kind of coil on the ground. She doesn't take up so much space, and she just looks amazing. Like, just so good. I'm so happy to have her in my collection. I think she's just the nicest, most beautiful Miku. I'm so glad that she is my classic outfit Miku. This is the only Miku I have in my whole collection that has the classic Miku outfit, and I feel like there couldn't be a better one. I love her so much. Alright guys, we are getting into the final 2. So in 2nd place for my favorite figure of 2024, and I'm sure you could guess it if you watched my last video, it is the quarter scale Yoshitoku Miku doll. That was a gift from one of my patrons, and I am so obsessed with her. I was originally gonna put her as number 1 in this video because, oh my god, it's definitely my favorite figure in my whole collection. Like, with just how stunningly beautiful this figure is, there's no way she couldn't be my favorite. And the fact that it was like a gift is very sentimental to me, so like that bumps her up to my favorite. But I think if I think of it from an objective lens and not a subjective lens, I think my number 1 is actually my true favorite of the year. And I think the best figure that came out this year, and maybe ever. But anyway, the quarter scale Yoshitoku Miku is stunning. Every detail of her is perfect. Go watch my unboxing if you haven't yet and you'd like to. She is just amazing. Like, look at the B-roll that I'm gonna play over these clips and just like be in awe of her beauty. The kimono, the sculpt, her expression, everything about her is just perfection. I love her so much. I'm so happy with her. All right, and number 1, I bet you guessed it, but it is Ghost Bride. She came out in January of this year, and of course, this has to win. Ghost Bride is one of the most beautiful anime figures I have ever seen. Like, just the way she looks as like a whole piece is just beautiful. I've moved her down into my detail so that she could be in the background of every video I film, and I love her so much. She fits perfectly on a detail shelf, by the way, if people are curious. Oh, just unbelievably beautiful. Like, this figure is gorgeous. I think she's been pretty expensive on the aftermarket post coming out, but if you get the chance to get your hands on her, I totally would recommend it. She is, like, I can't even describe how beautiful this figure is. Definitely my favorite figure of all time, like detail-wise. She's just perfect. Like, how could she not be more perfect? I love all of the different parts hanging off of the trees, the whole like bridge and her. It all works together to make such a beautiful just story, I feel like. It's just such a complete, beautiful figure. It was pretty expensive at 66,000 yen, 68,000 with shipping, but she was worth every penny. I'm obsessed. I think she is just so gorgeous. I love her so much. And she's very worthy of taking the #1 spot on my top 5 list of 2024. All right, now are the bonus categories. I always do a few of these every year. I think they're just fun. First bonus category is the best bunny of 2024. And that honor easily goes to Miss Hajime Aotsugi, I think her name is. I actually don't know her name, but it's the Kekematsu freeing bunny figure. I am so in love. This might be one of the best bunny figures that Furyu has ever been put out. It definitely is one of the best bunny figures they've put out. I am a longtime Kekematsu fan, but I feel like even if you aren't a longtime fan, you can admire the beauty of this bunny figure. I think just like her pose and her face, and I love like how her like braid swings to the side as she's like walking. She's just perfect. I love the way her ears are angled too. Like the whole composition of this figure I think is just perfect. I love the like sweatshirt jacket over the bunny suit, and I love how thick she is, obviously. She is very thick, very beautiful. I love this figure. Like, I love this figure so much. Yeah, I could not be more happy with her. I love her. Definitely pick her up if you get the chance. And if you watch my Patreon video, you may see her lewder sister included in my top lists. There, maybe. So I wanted to go grab this figure, but it's actually upstairs and my cats are terrorizing me, so I've locked them out of the basement. But if I go upstairs, they're gonna run in the basement and terrorize me some more. So I'm just going to talk about her and put the B-roll in. But my top re-release of 2024 is easily the Amakuni Panther figure from Persona 5. It is her in her Phantom Thief outfit, and this figure is just gorgeous. I don't know how I couldn't pick this figure. We got so many good Persona re-releases. Like, it was hard to choose between Takamaki, Tay, and the Dancing Joker. But I think that the figure is just the best figure, objectively, from those three, so I picked that one. I know so many people own that figure and love that figure. I am included in that list. She is beautiful, and you should definitely pick her up if you have the chance, because she's just perfect. Okay, and the last category is actually kind of the opposite of favorite figures, and it is the biggest flop of the year, because this year had some flops, in my opinion. I debated between making it the Power and Makima figure, but I think the biggest flop award truly goes to the Spiritale Miku. I was so excited for this figure, and she just did not turn out like she's okay, but her face is just off, and they fixed it. They said they fixed it, but they didn't really. And like, I didn't feel like sending it all the way back to Japan because I bought it through a proxy to get it from the Spiritale website. So like, to send it back, I would have had to pay return shipping and all this stuff, and it was just such a nightmare. So I still have it with the original face, but honestly, the updated face looks no different to me. Big L for Spiritale. Not a great look. I was not impressed with this figure, and it's definitely like, maybe not want to buy Spiritale figures anymore, because she could have been so perfect. I loved the design, I loved the prototype, but this figure was just a flop. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my top figures and maybe one not so top figure of 2024. Thank you all so much for your support this year. I know I've been posting a lot less frequently, and I've had a lot of excuses for it this year, mainly just life excuses, wedding, travel, etc. But thank you all for sticking around and supporting me. I really appreciate it, and it means a lot to me, and I still love making videos, I still love this channel, and I still love all of you. So thank you so much for supporting me this year, and cheers to 2025! I hope you all have a very happy holidays, whatever you celebrate, and a very happy new year. I'm just I don't know. I love this time of year. I just feel so like thankful for everything and thankful for all of you. So thank you all so much. And thank you so much to all of my patrons over on Patreon, and an even bigger thanks to my Chica tier patrons, Melindy Lou, Remember June, Castle, Noble, Chantal Bell, Ryomi, and Chance. As always, I hope you all have a very, very wonderful day. Happy holidays, and I'll see you all in 2025. Bye!